Today I'm taking a look at the VEVOR 24-inch aluminum pipe wrench. Right, that is a nice big boy. So I got plenty of full steel pipe wrenches, and the big problem with those is that when they get to a certain length, they start becoming a little bit heavy. 18-inch on a steel pipe wrench is still fine, but when you get beyond that, you really want to go aluminum just because it's going to make it much, much lighter. Now the top, the teeth, the adjustment, all this is still going to be made out of steel. It even says right here it is CRV steel. It is simply the main body and the handle that is going to be aluminum. So this way, especially if you have to carry this thing around, or even if you just have to hold it at the end and try to reach into something, it is going to be a lot more manageable. Once you started using an aluminum pipe wrench, it is hard to ever really go back to a steel. Now you can see on here, it does widen out at the end, so that way you don't have to worry about it slipping out of your hand, and it does have a hole for hanging. On the top, this jaw is secured with a spring pin, so if you ever need to pull that out, just drive that spring pin out and you'll be able to replace this. We can see it does have a cut there in the end, so it's going to be applying all the force to the handle and not to that spring pin. Very nice feeling adjustment. You can easily do that with one hand. Some of these can actually be quite stiff, so I'm happy to see it has a nice loose fit. And you can also see there is some movement in the head. It's supposed to be that way. That way when you lock this onto something and you apply downward pressure, it is going to hold itself in place. When you pull the handle back up, that's going to release so that you can pop this thing off quickly. Now if you know what you're doing, you can actually get kind of a nice ratcheting motion out of that. We are labeled on the other side, so we can see that this is going to be for a 1/2 inch, a 3/4, and a 1 inch. So if you want to have a quick adjustment, you can use that guide in order to make your life flow easier. And that goes all the way up to... looks like you can get about a 3-inch pipe. But with a 24-inch handle, this is going to give us a ton of leverage. The teeth on here look well shaped. I don't see any kind of burrs or anything weird coming out of there. They do have a slight coating of oil on there, which is good so we don't have to worry about rust. Nice feeling teeth. And in the instructions it says this is greater than or equal to 52 HRC. So a nice hardened head on there. So here I have an elbow, and that's been sealed onto this nipple with just a lot of time and a bunch of crud, and there's rust and stuff on there. And this has been sitting in our scrap pile for quite some time, even beyond that. So I'm going to see if I can break that guy loose today. I might be just as likely to break it as do anything. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, that's awesome. Not that we're ever going to actually use this part, but having the capacity to do it is excellent. And that was right at about my maximum strength at 24 inches. So this is a perfect size, well, for a job like this. All right. Check that out. Shiny new under there. Cool. So yeah, 24-inch aluminum wrench, nice and easy to handle, works beautifully. I love this thing.